You know, when I was younger, I only did two things to keep myself entertained. Play outside and watch cartoons. I don't play outside anymore because, you know, that shit's gay. And those cartoons have transformed into anime for me. But this isn't to say that those cartoons weren't amazing. I mean, fucking Chowder? Mr. Yes, please! Prime SpongeBob? I'm a goofy goober! Let me suck on your nose. Foster's home for orphan people who never actually existed? What? Please, delude my mind. Flapjack? Let's eat some candy, my nigga! And, don't tell anybody this. I started watching Family Guy when I was like 7. Which is why I'm, pretty fucking mature now. But under all these beautiful creations, in the bowels of Tartarus itself, you have this tedious, anticlimactic, basic ass bitch. Let me ask you a simple question. A question even a toddler could answer. Would you rather watch Scooby Doo or slam your dick in the door of a 2010 Prius? I mean, the answer is easy. Just watch Scooby. Psych, nigga, fuck that shit. I'd rather slam my dick in the door 100 times before watching this shit. Which, actually leads me to why I haven't posted. You see, my hatred for Scooby Doo was revitalized when I saw the trailer for the new movie. That one, yeah. And 2 weeks ago, I decided I wanted to talk about said frustration. But I needed to renew my anger by watching the show and some of the movies. Right when I was about to finish Scooby Doo, the mystery begins. I slammed my dick in a car door, so I've been in the hospital the past 2 weeks finishing the rest of the movie and watching a few episodes. I would do that shit again, but I am in a straitjacket, so I physically can't. I'm gonna tell you guys a story, and it pretty much exemplifies what Scooby Doo is. Get ready, cause it's story time. So earlier this year, I went to the Phoenix Zoo, and it cost $25 to get in there. So me being, you know, a nigger, I snuck in instead of paying. Of course. Why would I pay that money? I only wanted to see one thing, and everything else were just backup dancers. I wanted to see the Cheetos. So I sat at the cheetah incubation captivity economy cage thing, waiting for them to do something or even move a bit closer, because I was like right here and they were all the way on the other side of the world. I couldn't really see them clearly because, you know, different fucking latitudes and longitudes. I sat there for like 30 minutes and I would have continued to sit there until the zoo closed if my mom hadn't called me. She told me to meet her, so I started walking. But then I realized I was walking in the wrong fucking direction. So I just stopped at the flamingos and waited there. In retrospect, I should have just stayed at the fucking cheetahs, because what happened is it still angered me. But eventually my mom reaches me and you won't believe what she tells me. She says, and forewarning, everything I'm about to say is absolutely, unequivocally, 100% the truth. So she says to me, I was walking past the cheetahs and a little rabbit got into their home place. So the cheetahs start chasing it around their entire place. But that's not even the best part. A portal opens up and guess what comes through? Scooby Doo, Shaggy, Velma, Fred, and Daphne. All in the mystery bus. You guys still following? Remember, this all actually happened. She then continues to say, after they exited the portal, the cheetah stopped chasing the rabbit. They actually knew who the mystery crew was. So, being, you know, smart cats, they surrounded them and they viciously mauled them to death in order to stop their spread of boredom and underwhelming twists. They then went back to laying where nobody could see them again in Japan. When she told me this, bro, I was so fucking pissed. Not only did the cheetahs move around, but they also rid the world of the worst crew to ever touch the cartoon scene. You know how sometimes you do drugs and you feel a sense of euphoria? Well, this would have been like that, but instead of limited time of euphoria, I would have had that euphoria for my entire life if I could have saw that. Like, actually. If I were to go homeless right now, I would still be happy because I witnessed that. But yeah, that's a true story, 100%, not a lie. All of that actually happened, and there's footage at the Phoenix Zoo of it happening if you ever want to, you know, look that up. When starting to watch these pieces of shit, I knew that the most tolerable ones would be the movies. So I started off with, as I said earlier, The Mystery Begins. And honestly, bro, this shit was worse than the original 19 whatever show. And that dead ass had a laughing track. Just think about this for a second. It was a cartoon with a laughing track, and it wasn't even placed in appropriate places. I watched 2 episodes of the original show, and I swear on the Black Knight Ghost, every time Scooby said something, the track began to play.
Right, Scooby.
It wasn't even an obnoxious laugh, it was kind of quiet, but I feel like that made it even more annoying. Maybe I just chose 2 bad episodes or something, but there was barely any dialogue in the ones I watched. It was just sound effects and the gargling of a seizing baby. But then again, that nigga Shaggy, that nigga got a fat ass! I then watched the 2002 and 2004 movies. Before watching them, I remembered them being good. After doing so, I realized, 1, they're trash. And 2, the only reason my prepubescent mind considered these movies good was, well, the only reason anybody would enjoy these movies. I really don't like denouncing shit for their graphics, CGI, or special effects, but fuck me, The Mystery Begins, the one that I talked about first because I don't know how to write in a chronological order, came out in 2010, and yo, look at this nigga Scoobert, just look at him! I've never done any CGI work, but I've watched a lot of SFM and Blender porn, so I think I'm at the very least as capable as the actual team that worked on this shit. The last thing I watched for the good old refreshing was Mystery Incorporated. It's not the most recent show, but it's better than this shit, and all of them are bad. So if that one's bad, that just makes this one cancer. Yeah, probably that disease. I watched an episode, the first episode, that's it. There's not much to say about it. At this point in the quest for my hatred, I was just tired of the underwhelming revelations, and the only thing keeping me going was the character design of Velma and Daphne. It's just, with every iteration of the show, it's the same shit. Mystery Gang enjoys themselves. Something happens that starts a mystery. Mystery Gang gets help from people you haven't seen in previous episodes. One of those people are literally always the villain. The gang gets scared. They realize they shouldn't be scared because every fucking mystery they've done has resulted in a person in a costume. The one thing I don't understand though is, they do this shit for a living. Like, this is their 9 to 5. This is their Wendy's. They know for certain that ghosts aren't real. Yet, these niggas are spookified every fucking time. In one of the movies, they even mentioned this. They become self-aware, but they don't know how to capitalize on it and make it funny, making it useless. So Scooby Doo used to be a mainstay in the Cartoon Network lineup. I remember there being movie marathons of this shit. For whole fucking weekends, I'd have to watch Scooby Doo movies. And I know what you're thinking. Jurston, just turn the channel, you fucking idiot. It was either Scooby Doo or Nick Jr. So I just slammed my dick in a car door.